everybody, this is Tembio and I'm back with another Transformers video review. This time I have Transformers Generations Goldfire, and once again this is a figure from the IDW line that comes with the figure and a comic book. So, alright, and taking a look at the back right here, you can see the figure, a picture of him in his alt mode, and then you have a pretty lengthy bio right here. And then you have his technical data right here. Alright, and then on the bottom, you can see a couple of extra figures that are in this line also. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this open and check them out. Alright, so here's Goldfire out of his packaging and in his vehicle mode. So also in the packaging with him is his weapons and his instructions, and just like everybody else, it's the same exact thing. You just have the picture that's on the front of the comic book, and then the instructions how to transform him from robot to vehicle on one side, and then vehicle to robot on the other side. So you can also take the weapons, and there's, you can see pegs. If you've seen my Bumblebee review, then this will all be familiar to you. So you can do that. And then the only kind of real nitpick that I have on this is that some of these pieces were molded out of gold plastic, and some of them were not, and then painted into gold. Everything that was painted into gold is way off color. So you can see that this was molded, this was molded, this was molded. Door was not, and these two little pieces were not also, because they are off color. They were way off shade. And then this black is, I didn't scratch it myself, but it's already scratched up. So nice that they added tail lights, and they painted the headlights too. Rolls okay because it gets caught on this portion right here, and that was kind of a problem that I also had with my Bumblebee, is that it wanted to drag on the bottom, but it's still, at least the wheels still do turn. But let's go ahead and show off his transformation. So real quick, you just want to pull this apart a little bit. It makes things a little bit easier when you pull these apart. You can detach the doors, and they're all kind of tabbed in here. So that's one door, and you can see how it's tabbed. There's one tab right here, and then there's a tab. So this holds it. This piece holds the door and keeps it from going all the way in, and then this tabs it into place. Yeah, tabs it into place. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so we'll come back here, take and we'll flip these down like that. Flip these down like that. And when you do that, it kind of moves the bumper out of the way and makes it his kneecaps. So then you take, see how that's tabbed in there? So you want to untab that, and then flip it down like so. Untab and flip it down like so. And then once you have that done, then you can take and, I don't know if you can see this right here, but inside there you can kind of see a sliding mechanism. You can see it looks like a little hole. So you can take and this whole fender right here you can slide in. See, like that. And then let me see if I can show you the difference. See how there's that portion right there, and then there's not right there. So let's see if I can do this again. Oops. There you go. Probably didn't see that, sorry. Let me see if I can try that again. So here we go. There you go. Should have seen that time. So then you can do that, and then bend down the shoulders, bend down the shoulders, take this That then comes down onto here, and then this slides down and reveals the head. It kind of can clip into there, but not really. Then you want to take that, flip those like that, and you want to flip that out like that, and then flip that in like that. So if you didn't see the doors, basically this is what happens. You fold that in and then fold that like that. So that's basically what happens with the doors. Alright, so a few little things real quick that I want to point out on this guy. You have to be real careful with this windshield right here, because the front windshield is already getting stress marks on there right there. I don't think that it's going to do anything, but you just have to be careful. Just be forewarned about that. And these joints right here are very loose on mine. I don't remember them being so loose on Bumblebee, but they probably were. So he does have a new head sculpt for his Goldfire, Goldbug head sculpt. So to kind of differentiate his weapons, what I did was I tend to use them as a sword instead of combining them together and making a kind of a blaster thing. I know that he's never had anything like that, but I just want to make him feel a little different. I do that. I tend to do that on figures that are alike. Try to find a mistransformation or something like that, just so that they look a little one-off from what they were molded out of. Alright, so for articulation, come up here to the head, and it is a ball joint. So actually, no, it's not. Sorry, it's a socket joint. So all you can do is turn it. It looked like they were going to try to make light piping in the back, but just decided to do against it. I don't know. It's really weird, because it looks like they were trying to at first, but then decided not to. Everything is painted on his head. So yeah, no light piping. Then you come up here to the arms, and you can rotate it forward and back, and then you can, there's two joints in here. So there's a joint at the shoulder, there's a pin joint right here at the shoulder, and then there's another joint right here at like around the neck portion. And if you do it right, then you can get his arm all the way out like that. If you just have it down like this and do it, then it gets caught about there. Which either way is okay. It's not totally completely bad. And then right underneath the elbow is the twist, and the elbow is a ratcheting joint. And then his hands have no articulation on them. When you come here to the waist, you can twist his waist. Then he does have ball joints right here, so you can go back a little bit. If you twist it a little bit, you can go forward a little bit, you can go out to the side a little bit, and then right up below that is the twist. So, and then you come back here and you have the knee joint, which is a ratcheting joint, excuse me. Then you have the toe. You can bend it up a little bit, you can bend it down. There's a couple of joints in the toe area or in the foot area. There's a ball joint right here, and then there's a it's a pin joint right here for the foot. So you got a couple of things you can do in there. Let me get him all straight and standing for you. And so that's pretty much it for Goldfire. Other than a couple of loose joints and the windshield that you need to look out for, is pretty solid figure. I wish they would have put the light piping in his head, because it looked like originally they were gonna try and do that, and maybe they just decided not to. Maybe it was going to be a little bit harder to do that, so they just decided to just mold it out of one piece of plastic instead of doing it out of two. Maybe just to try and save down on production costs of it. I'm not really sure. I don't know sometimes what Hasbro has in their brains when they decide to make some of these figures. At least if you're gonna take and repaint a figure, you can at least give us a little bit more than just a one molded piece head. Hey, it's $1, so I know if it was mine, then I don't know. I probably would end up doing the same thing or try to cut corners as much as I can to get as much profit as I can. But, you know, a lot of us complain and do all that stuff. But if we were in charge, we'd probably do the same thing. But I'm ranting. That's pretty much it for Goldfire. So don't forget to check out my other videos. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This has been Tambiota, and I'll see you next time.